Hey everyone, I'm Ron Kloffenstein, and you're on the hot seat on a Media Monday. We want to welcome everyone who's streaming the video of this broadcast on Facebook Live, on 955theheat.com, and those of you listening to our broadcast on 95.5 FM The Heat. Tonight, I'll take you to a cat colony in Utica, where the dedicated volunteers from Purrs and Whiskers are doing what they can for stray and feral cats to help them survive the deadly cold. Also, writer, artist, poet, JWatch, he's a producer of Women's Month Open Mic and Sauce in the City, a late night comedy show on YouTube, is here. He's also going to join us is Jermiko Thomas. He's the author of the Adventures of Walter series of books, and now he's getting into fitness with a new book and a new website. So tell us about this.
Thank you, Rod.
I love fitness. I'll see you at the gym, working out. I like to work out too.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's actually books.
Okay, books.
Books, Ron. No, it's the fitness planner. It's a fitness guide.
Okay.
Yep, it's a 2-book series and everything like that.
So you have two fitness books. Okay.
There's 2 of them. One's a guide, one's a planner.
Oh, I see. So what's the difference of the 2?
The planner is more like his organization, keeps tracks of water intake, workout days, and like consistency.
Like your own log.
Yeah, everything like that. It's like a guide, motivation, goals, and it's like charts like that. And everything.
Oh, I see.
That's the planner. The guide is more like basic rules. It's for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. It's like if somebody feels intimidated, everything like that, I got something for them too. It tells you what you should eat, how many times you should work out, your stretching, everything like that. It's a guide.
So what's the first step for someone who wants to work out?
Oh, to say I want to work out.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Nah, dude, if you want to work out, just like join your local gym. You can work out at home, get resistant bands, anything like that. You can do a walk first.
How did you get motivated to be dedicated to it, then to be so involved that you wrote a book about it and a thing? How did you develop those skills?
I developed that all the way back in my high school years. I played sports, I played football, I played basketball. That's how I got motivated. I'm always in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. That never left me since high school.
Yeah.
They never left me.
Yeah. So what's your approach to working out? What do you keep track of yourself? Like before you wrote this book, what is the planning, the second one that you told me about?
Oh, it's the planner.
Before you wrote the planner yourself, you must have had a planner that you made for yourself.
Correct.
What's in your planner?
Number intake of drinking of water, my goals, also motivational. I can write down, it's like a space for motivational quotes and stuff like that, because I need something to keep me track on everything like that. Because the more research that I did, the more people come up to me, how do you do that? Then I just had to say, do a planner, because it makes it easier to keep track of what exercises you do. Like if you do your arms, your chest, your shoulders, you can track it.
Why is it important to have those motivational quotes? And what are some of the motivational things that you found that motivate you?
It's important to have that stuff is that because, honestly, the day I saw at the gym, I didn't want to go.
Right. I think most people feel like they're at the gym,
because you understand, because you got the
it's cold out,
you'd
rather watch TV,
Oh yeah, you got the cold weather. I'm not really feeling it, but once you're there and everything like that, it goes away.
Yeah.
But before you get there, you go,
I know.
But some of the motivational quotes I use is that for myself is that I'm here, might as well knock it out.
That's a good quote. I mean, that's a practical, the Nike thing. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's like JWatch. I want to bring you into the conversation here. You've got an open mic night coming up. You're always doing shows. You're always organizing and producing and performing. What motivates you?
To do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
To get out of bed in the morning. I mean, just to do stuff. It's it takes a lot to motivate us.
I'm retired, bro, so I do a lot of in bed.
Yeah.
I'm retired, just do it.
I roll to the left, roll to the right.
Yeah.
And I get a lot done from my mattress.
What keeps you going?
That I can do a lot from my mattress.
Being able to do it from your mattress.
I don't I love traveling.
Yeah.
But I don't like doing it. I want if I had a power, I would just
teleport at certain places. Yeah.
That would be my power. I got to get a lot of things done, you know what I'm saying? And I need the time to do it.
Why do you have to get a lot of stuff done? What motivates you? What motivates you to do all this stuff? To put shows together and stuff?
There's a lot of people with no voice.
Yeah.
One thing that I learned during in my first year in college that people want to be seen, heard, and understood.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? That's the basis.
Yeah.
So if I can help do those three things, or at least 2 out of 3, or all 3, you know,
Right.
the best that I can, and my way, the way that God crafted me,
Yeah.
and the things that that I've gone through in life to mold me,
Yeah.
to get to this point, then I have to use that
Responsibility.
I have to, like,
Yeah.
and at the same time, my legacy is being written.
Yeah.
You know, my mark on the world is being,
Right.
it's
Like
happening.
the work that you do.
Right there, you know what I'm saying? And so it's beyond me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, where I'm a servant. So wherever it takes me, that's where I have to go.
That's a good ad.
It is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You know, and as long as I'm doing my purpose, nothing else matters. People's opinion don't matter, and I always say the one day that somebody's opinion pays my bill, oh man, I will
When that
shut
day
up.
comes, yeah.
I'll never talk again.
I like that philosophy.
That's a good- that's a
you know?
good- yeah,
It is
that's
a
a
good
one time.
philosophy. Yeah, yeah.
We'll
How about
see.
you? Like, what does your work say about you, Jermiko? You know, you have Adventures of Walter, a series of books. You have a big body of work now.
Yeah.
Now you're getting into fitness. You now have the sign language book.
Yep.
What's your legacy? What are you building?
Oh, that's a great question, Ron, because every day I think about my legacy, to be honest with you, what I'm building, since it's all in front of the table now,
Yeah.
I'm building something that's bigger than me at this point.
Right.
Is that because it goes back to my story, I'm not going to go too long into it, but I didn't speak for 6 years. Like he says, like, people want to be heard, like a lot of people don't want to be seen. But for me, I had to do that for my kids series. That's my
What do you remember about those first 6 years when you didn't speak? You were selectively mute, right?
Yep.
So when you didn't speak, do you remember choosing not to speak, or why you chose not to speak?
That's a good question, Ron, because all I know is that, like, I had a small ear loop, but I had to grow into it and everything like that, and it caused like a speech delay, like I had speech issues and everything too.
Right.
The doctors, they would have deemed that as autism today, but I'm not autistic at all, Ron. I'm not. Yeah.
That's right.
So how did that like lead into these? How did that develop you into the writer that you are now to write these books? Who is Walter? For the audience who may not know about this series of books, who's Walter?
I like that question because I usually deny it, but Walter's me.
I was wondering. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
me.
usually the main character is based on the author.
Yeah,
you know?
this is me because it's through his journeys of life. That's why I call it Adventures of Walter, which he goes through like different like meetings, different people, like Lucas, Lily, and Joy. That's part of my upbringing too, where I grew up with a lot of different people. I named the Adventures of Walter. It has talks about overcoming fear, STEM, autism, bullying, and adversity. That's my 5 storybooks and it rhymes too.
Yep.
That's my obstacles in life. It's because I had a fear of public speaking. Obviously, I'm not anymore. I was shy as a kid, but here I'm talking to you. And academics issues.
How did you get
STEM.
to that point?
Get to what?
So from shyness, because I was actually a really shy kid too,
Yeah.
like extremely shy. So
Yeah,
it's
me
like,
too.
and I sometimes wonder like how we got to where we are now, because I don't really remember like how I did it just little by little,
Oh, I know.
pushing
Go
myself.
ahead.
You're good. Nah, but in terms of like, how did I became not shy anymore as a kid? Or
Yeah, how did you become a successful author who does public events, who speaks on the media just so well?
Because honestly, in life, you just gotta want to run anything like that. Because in order for me to get my message across, I gotta talk.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah,
I do
you
that?
do,
I have
right.
to. And how I did that, I did a Dale Carnegie course, which was like a 3-month course. It helped me broke out of my shell.
Mm-hmm.
That happened in 2018, around there, 2017, 2018. That's how when I first started to write my books.
Oh, so kind of recent for you. to do that.
I was always shy, but now I talk too much.
I don't think you talk too much at all. I don't think so at all. JWatch, how about you? Like, what made you the person that you are now? Or, you know, able to like, you know, it's hard to come from a place of like shyness, which I did too. And it's just like, it's hard to describe like how hard it is to like break out of it and how gradual and slow that process is.
Well, you know, it is a story, but I'll try to keep it real quick. It just, when I was in the kindergarten, I was playing tag during recess. The floor was slippery. I hit my head on the brick wall. That the one wall that had no padding on it. Remember the old gyms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So smacked it, cracked my head. At the time, I didn't know that I was bleeding. I thought it was like just water dripping from sweating so much.
Because it feels like
right, you know.
blood,
Now, you know, but everybody is so worried.
Right.
Now, like,
yeah.
and I'm like as an adult now, and think about it. I must have had a big hole.
Yeah.
That people were like, he gonna die.
It must have been gushing because your head usually gushes blood. Like,
Right. So I had like 5 staples.
Wow.
And 23 stitches inside and out.
Yeah.
And after that, like when I literally became like Steve Urkel and Stefan Urkel. It was like night and day.
Personality?
I kid you not, like
wow.
yeah. Like, so
for you, it wasn't slow and gradual. It was like conk down the head, and then you're
3-month rehab.
Awesome.
Wow. I had to learn how to talk, walk again.
Oh, so you had a lot of recovery.
And that happened to me 3 times in my life. So like I definitely understand what you're talking about. Learn how to speak again, because
3 times in your life.
I love acting, right? I've always been acting,
right?
But
you
I keep getting my head messed up. Yeah, right. You remember? So
yeah, I do.
I keep getting my head hit, and I don't know how I have my head today. Honestly, it's like Goku from like Dragon Ball Z. The more I get damaged, the better I come back.
Well, I think that's kind of maybe how brains work too. I mean, that the more they have to compensate, the better they get. The more crap you got to deal with in life. I think the stronger you get, the smarter you get, the better you get. Don't you, Jermiko?
Oh yeah, you're correct on that, Rob.
So how do you take that into the gym for fitness? How do you take that attitude? Like how do you approach working out?
Oh, I approach working out. I gotta get something done today, man. I gotta accomplish something because, like I said, it's like I don't want to waste a day. It's like if I don't learn something new, I wasted a day. It's like me going to the gym. I gotta improve on something, man, because I saw like I said, it's like he might have saw me. I think a year or 2 ago. I look different to you. I know I look bigger. That's what I said, because I've been focused. I've been keyed on my goals. What I wanted to do. And also,
so what
my
are your
mind
goals to like lose fat or build muscle? What direction are you going? Building fat, losing? I mean, losing fat, building more.
No, I got it. No, that's good. No, you confuse yourself. I got it. No, my goal is to maintain my body type and just get more better shape. And like I said, I just picked up pickleball too. I've been playing. I've been taking lessons on it.
Wow.
Yeah, I picked it up just like a week or 2 ago. I mean, I got like 2 to 3 lessons already in.
Yeah. So what's on your website?
Oh, which one?
Well, we'll be on the website. You're going to start a website?
Oh, yeah. It's coming this weekend. Like, it's supposed to be up today, but two more things done on it. But the website is going to have my books on there. It's going to tell you like what type of workouts you can do. It's like a guide. It's guiding you all the way through. And it's also like it's good for organizations, schools, libraries, anything like the beginners, intermediate, experts like that. I don't expect somebody to come out the womb and be like, oh yeah, I'm Hercules. No.
Oh,
it's just more of the beginners, like they're getting stuff into it. So it's all about getting them comfortable. It could be for an everyday man or an athlete.
So like what advice would you have for somebody like say if you're talking to me, you see me at the gym, I go about like 3 times a week, sometimes 4 if I can, like what general advice would you have for someone who's wants to continue working out or get more involved or?
The first question I ask you is, what are you working on today? Number 1, I'm being serious because I got to get to know them. Number 2, what are your goals? And number 3, what are you training for? Are you just getting in shape? Are you trying to lose muscle? Are you trying to gain muscle? Are you trying to lose weight? You trying to get better shape? Then after that, I could formulate a plan for you already. That's right in the guide.
That's what
right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's all there. Like the planner is more like jotting the notes down, your water intakes and everything. Planner, you just planning things out. Your guide is teaching you how to do it, all that stuff. So
for you working out, what's the biggest challenge that you have? Is it procrastination, getting too being motivated, or is it like for me, I always think sometimes it's hard for me to understand the different how to break up the weights. I tend to do all the muscle stuff on one day, all the cardio on the other day. What's your challenge? Oh, my challenge is that for me, since I've been doing it for a long time, me getting there. Yeah, that's my biggest challenge because I know I go to the gym, I know what I'm working on. Because some people might work on the arms and might work on the biceps and triceps one day. Somebody might do a full body work. If you go 3 times a week, you're doing a full body workout, am I right? Yeah,
See?
that's what I'm doing.
I never see. There you go. I
right.
didn't ask. I already know that. But
Yep,
like if I go there 4 to 5 times a week, I do like 2 different body parts a day. I divide it. You can divide it up. You can switch your routines out because your body muscle memory to get too used to it. Then you got to switch it up. You got to trick your body sometimes to switch it to it because it gains the muscle that way too.
Yeah, I think you do it at times.
You have
to. Right. Yeah. So tell me about this sign language book before we have to close with this segment. Tell me about that. That's another project you have new.
Yeah, it's my sign language book. It's out right now. It's called Adventures of Walter, American Sign Language, because I wrote the sign language book because that was my first language as a kid. I didn't talk for 6 years, Ron.
So you did sign language first.
Yep,
so yeah.
I did a little sign language. Thank you. It means thank you. Sign language, by the way, I did this off the chin like that. Thank you.
When you were doing sign language, before you spoke, did you understand English? You understood it when people said it to you,
before I spoke,
or did they impair your ability to understand it?
I had because I wasn't talking, and English was like distorted at the time, speech issues and all that stuff. They told me to put me on sign language so I could communicate to like people and all that stuff too.
Yeah,
like my siblings, my parents, everything like that.
So sign language for you was like a clearer way to communicate than actually even speaking or oral like English.
Yep.
What's different about it? Sign language. Do you feel like how is the language different than like spoken English?
It's more signs, and it's more like it can be verbiage too, but it's more signs than anything. It's like hand gestures, movements, and like body language too.
More emotion. Into it.
More emotion.
So before we go, tell us where to find your website address, where to find your books.
You can find my books at adventuresofwalter.com, Amazon, Barnes and Noble's website, and they get ready to carry my sign language book into the store pretty soon too. I'm all over the place too.
What's your website address?
For which one? Both of them?
Train Daily Method?
Your traindailymethod.com. That's my fitness site. And for my kids series website is adventuresofwalter.com.
Great. We're hanging out today with writer, artist, poet JWatch. He's producer of Women's Month Open Mic. Also, Jermiko Thomas. He's the author of the Adventures of Walter series of books. Now he's getting into fitness with Train Daily, a new books and website at traindailymethod.com. When we come back, I'll take you to a colony in Utica for stray and feral cats. A dedicated group of volunteers from Purrs and Whiskers doing everything they can to help them survive the winter. We'll also find out what you can do to help. And we'll meet Jai Cady. She's a poet who'll be performing in JWatch's next show. 95.5 FM The Heat and the Estate Planning Law Center are hosting a free event Tuesday, February 24th, from 2 to 4 p.m. at their offices at 555 French Road in New Hartford. For more information, go to workshops.eplawcenter.com. I'm Ron Klopfenstein, and you're on the hot seat on a Media Monday. More after the break. Hey everyone, welcome back to the hot seat on this Media Monday. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. Purrs and Whiskers is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that helps stray and homeless cats and kittens by providing life-saving food, water, and shelter. Their work has been especially important because of the extreme cold weather we've been experiencing. Photojournalist and AI content producer Jim Hale and associate producer Nick Phillips and I visited a cat colony in Utica, and we have this report. I'm Ron Klopfenstein in Utica, where the temperatures have just fallen below freezing. And a small, dedicated group of volunteers have come out to provide food, water, and shelter for a colony of stray and feral cats who might otherwise not make it through the storm.
When we're in our beds with our sheets and blankets on us morning and nighttime, colony caretakers still have to come over and feed the animals. So in weather like this, they have to shovel a path to get in.
Oh, they have to shovel to get in too. So what are we? These are for the food.
Here are some feeding stations.
Yep.
So they put the food and water in here.
Mm-hmm.
They're separate from the shelters because you never want the food where the living quarters are.
Right.
Because this will also attract other predators and things.
Oh yeah, right. So each day, like even when it's like 10 below, someone's out here to shovel.
Oh, absolutely. I take care of a colony in Clinton, and at dinner times, 5:30, it was minus 14 degrees. And while everybody else is inside and the wind is blowing hard and everything, we're out there making sure that the water's clear so they got fresh water to drink, food to eat, and making sure that the shelters are fine. Yeah. And also as a county caretaker, you try to monitor the cats to see if they're healthy.
Right.
If-
Tanya, it's getting to be, it's really cold out here. The snow's coming down. It's
Yeah.
raining, but you're out here
The ice
helping
is
these
coming
cats.
down more
What is
like.
it that you do each day for these cats?
Well, I come out every day and make sure they have warm water because the water freezes. So I make sure they have warm water, hard food, and I bring them soft food because they need the hydration from the soft food when the water freezes. So.
Right. So like every
And
single
we
day.
also do TNR work, try to get them fixed. We don't just feed them so that more and more come. We feed them and try and get the ones fixed. And
It doesn't happen overnight, but when volunteers trap, neuter, vaccinate, and return these cats, they stop the cycle of population growth. A single female can have 2 or 3 litters a year. That's 4 to 6 kittens each time, and those kittens can begin reproducing at just 5 months old. Without intervention, even a small colony can grow quickly. By preventing new litters, the population stabilizes and gradually declines. What effect does this have on the neighborhood? Does this help does the population get bigger because of this, or does it help keep it under control?
Well, it would get bigger if you did not TNR, which is trap, neuter, and return.
Yeah.
And so therefore, that's the biggest part. Many people feed cats, but they don't do the neutering part of it, and then it does grow exponentially. So if you're going to be responsible, you have to do the whole thing.
So what you're doing helps keep the population under control. and
Definitely.
Prevents unwanted,
We
cats.
actually, Purrs and Whiskers, through the help there, we gave out over 118 of these shelters this winter so far. We are going to be having a workshop, hopefully early fall, to have people come in and make them, so that we can, have more people do that as well.
Where does the funding come from?
The funding, believe it or not, is we fundraise all year round.
Yeah.
But we have started out by recycling the aluminum cat food cans, turning them in for aluminum, selling Gertrude Hawk candy bars, collecting bottles and cans. But then again,
So you guys do it yourself?
We started out with nothing. We started out as very small. We tend to adopt out close to 200 cats and kittens a year.
Wow.
And this past year, we spayed and neutered over 200 feral cats.
That's amazing.
So,
those 200 cats, that could have prevented thousands and thousands
Thousands and thousands. On this street alone, where we are at in this area,
in West Utica.
in 3 months, we neutered over 30 feral cats.
Good job.
Some stray, some feral.
Yeah.
And there's more.
What's the difference between a stray and a feral?
Well, a feral cat is afraid of people. So
It was always wild.
yeah, they've been.
You'll never see a feral cat.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So the ones we're seeing here were like
Strays. Yeah.
Strays for the most part, and the stray cats are.
So they once had
domestic.
homes.
Most
Some,
likely.
yeah.
Yeah. Or were once.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Why do this work? Why? What is it about cats?
Well, I got into working with cats many years ago. I was actually very active, always working with dogs and the area dogs, and I was on the board with the Humane Society, and then after that, I just saw there was no help for cats. If somebody sees a dog outside, injured, doing something, they immediately respond.
Yeah.
Cats, they do nothing. And so we got called on numerous times to help a cat, and myself and a friend would go and do it, and all of a sudden it was beginning to be very, very expensive, carrying costs and that.
Right.
And that's when we did form the organization,
Purrs and Whiskers.
Purrs and Whiskers. So these are the shelters here that are built for them to stay in, sleep in, for warmth, protection. And there's another one just came out right
There's
now.
a little kitty there. Yeah.
And these are a variety, and Steve's been our major shelter maker here. So we have styrofoam type ones made out of styrofoam. You'll see we have a colony across the street. We have some of the igloo Coleman cooler type ones. And then we've also had some great donors that have helped us and purchased these beautiful condos, and in the summer they love to stay on the
Oh,
decks,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
that? And they're extra insulated.
Yeah.
Even all the shelters, we've added extra insulation to them.
Right.
So it keeps them warm and they're protected.
So some of these are like very makeshift, like the
Oh, yeah,
styrofoam clothes, so people can make. What if someone wants to make one? What do they need to know, and what do they need to do?
Well, number one, it's that there's hundreds of YouTubes how to make them. You're
Yeah.
out there on YouTubes. Basically, it's a tote. You go buy a tote at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, any place, $10 tote. And you take the tote and you buy some insulation. This is the type of insulation like you would have to put inside your home. Okay? And basically you line the inside of the shelf, well, I should say, first you drill a hole in the box.
Yeah.
And either with a 6-inch hole drill or use a saw, or what I have seen from other rescues, what they've done is they take a hairdryer and they get it very warm, the plastic, and they can take a cutting knife and they can just cut the circle out.
Yeah.
So if you're afraid of the drills and things like that,
There's other ways.
There's other ways to do it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Once you got the hole done, you want to insulate it inside, and I always insulation. You get the duct tape and you tape it all in. You also want to insulate the floor. Why? Because if it's sitting on the ground, cold will come up and go through it.
Right.
So that kind of keeps it away from the cats. And then fill it 3/4 with straw. Okay. And then take the top, put the top on, and put a rock on it. Or like what I like to do is drill holes in the sides and then tie wrap them. So then if high wind comes like this,
It won't blow.
It won't blow away.
Yeah.
you know. And also with the hole, you either want to take tape and you want to tape the edges of the hole because they can be sharp and you don't want the cats to get cut on them.
Yeah.
And things like that. I get insulation pipe insulation, you know.
Yeah.
And I just circle it around, tape it all into place and
Yeah.
everything. And it runs me, for what I buy and everything, it's about $60
Yeah.
in materials and your time
For one.
yeah, and then it takes about an hour to put one together.
And they
then-
probably last for a long time.
Oh,
to keep the
it'll
cats,
last
you
forever.
know.
As long as you take care of it,
Yeah.
it'll last a lifetime.
So every day you're out here, no matter what the weather is, no matter
Oh
how
yeah,
cold.
you have to be.
Why do it?
They're out because they're out here every day, no matter what the weather is.
Do you have cats?
Yes, I do.
So why are cats special to you?
Oh, how much time do you have? They're just, I mean, how could they not be? Especially like the ferals and the strays, they suffer. And the strays, like, there's just so many reasons. The strays are out here. They're once had a home. They don't understand, you know, why now they don't have a warm, cozy home.
Right,
So I just feel bad for them.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Purrs and Whiskers is online and on Facebook if you'd like to find out how you can help. In Utica, I'm Ron Kloffenstein for 95.5 FM, The Heat. We're going to have that story streaming tonight at 7 p.m. You'll be able to find it on my YouTube channel, TikTok, and Instagram accounts, and on my Facebook page. Also, if you've heard the show, you can watch this video. We're going to have a slideshow of all the cats, or some of the cats, that are available for adoption. And having gone to this colony and like met at least one of the cats who was very friendly, I can tell that they're cats who really belong in a home. And you can contact us or Purrs and Whiskers, and we can put you in touch with Purrs and Whiskers if you'd like to adopt them. So we're hanging out today with writer, artist, poet JWatch, and with Nibil Khan, who's our movie expert. So Nibil, Sunday, March 15th is the Academy Awards. I've seen the two Blue movies, Song Sung Blue. Mm-hmm. Boy, that takes a toll on your heart, you know.
Yeah.
And Blue Moon. So what are some of the movies that you're excited about?
So it's sort of weird, Ron. Like we talked about this last year, and I feel like there was like more movies that like we were excited about going into it, like like in the public consciousness.
Yeah.
But like when I actually look at the list, I mean there were a bunch of like great movies this year. I mean like One Battle After Another with Leonardo DiCaprio
Right. There were
was
some
a
really
top
big
contender.
hits. Yep.
We got Sinners, which was like
Yep.
a vampire movie with
I like
Michael B.
that.
Jordan.
Yeah.
It was great. People are
You saw
sleeping on
Sinners
it.
too, Jay.
They
Jay,
were,
what?
they were good.
Yeah. Right.
I had guys done a few debates about that movie.
Besides that, I mean, there was a new Frankenstein movie. There was the second half of Wicked.
Right, which was kind of overshadowed. It was kind of passed over more than people expected.
I think more because people gave a big spotlight to the first one.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme, Zootopia 2 is now the ninth highest grossing film of all time.
I know, which is kind of surprising.
Right? I mean, there's stuff. You know, a lot of people, you know, that we've, you know, seen before and not seen before. I mean, like Sean Penn, Emma Stone, you know, obviously Leonardo and Timothy Chalamet.
You know, one thing, I understand that like every year the Oscars should go to whoever gives the best performance, but I don't know how you feel about this, but I really don't think that people should win over and over and over again, you know. I would like to see, I really feel that Emma Stone, even though she's great actress, should sit it out. Because it's like, she's won 2 Oscars in a row, right, for Best Actress?
Yeah.
If it's 3, I'll be a little bit upset.
So it's funny. So I mean, like I always do, like my picks that I think the Academy is going to choose.
Does she have any chance of winning 3?
I think she's got a shot. I think she's got a shot, but I do think. Well, so I think she's going to get it, but I think like by my own personal picking,
right?
But I think the Academy's going to pass her over for what's her name is Jessie Buckley.
So you think she deserves it, but you don't think so? So for Hamnet, right? Yeah. Yep. It's really interesting. It's like the psychology of the, you know, of the process. Like, I really can't see people voting for her to win 3 times in a row. You know, whether she deserves it or not.
Sure. Yeah.
I was surprised when Tom Hanks won for Philadelphia after winning for, or was it? I forget which order it was. Forrest Gump won Philadelphia, the other. But so now, what about like? No real narratives have emerged from this Oscar race, like the Barbie Oppenheimer thing.
Yeah.
Other in a way than Kate Hudson, who's kind of like a comeback in a sense.
Sure.
You know, what do you think about that?
I think she's been out of the spotlight for a long time. So, I mean, I think that happens from time to time, kind of like the way we talked about Pam Anderson last year.
Right.
You know, when you have enough time away from the screen, you know, it's almost like a, you know,
a reset.
It is,
100%.
right. And I think the Academy likes to reward a comeback, too.
And especially if you deserve it. I mean, if you did something to earn that spotlight.
I gotta say, it was a strong performance. Song Sung Blue. I think it's on Peacock, I think. Yes,
it's not.
Peacock.
It's on demand anywhere.
Yeah. What are some other movies that like some other Oscar races that are interesting to you?
I mean, again, you know, there was a new Frankenstein movie that came out. It was a Netflix movie, but they put it out on, you know, you could go see it for like a couple of nights in the regular theater.
So it qualified. Usually they like release it in New York and LA.
And it was Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein.
Yep.
What is it? Oscar Isaac is
Yep.
Is the, you know, the actual doctor. Oh, it's the other way. Jacob Elordi's the monster.
Yeah, right.
Mia Goth is in it.
Yeah.
I mean, like the cast was great. It was looked great. You know, kind of reminded me of you know how everybody likes the Bram Stoker Dracula, Gary Oldman. This feels like this could be the Frankenstein that people look back at.
Oh yeah.
So, but
do you think that it's what do you think about movies? The way that some of the streamers like Netflix are really opening movies in the actual physical, you know, theaters just to qualify for Oscars, but not really putting it out there for
it's gonna be a bigger thing going forward, especially with for anybody that didn't remember the Warner Brothers Netflix deal that went through.
Right.
So now movies are gonna have probably a shorter window. Yeah. They're gonna say, if you want to see it, get in here. We're gonna give you like 3 weeks, and then they'll be on.
So do you think the industry may respond to that by like having shorter release windows?
Or they'll pick up the slack and have longer release windows for their own products because they'll say, well, you know, you can't watch this Netflix thing, you know, anymore. You know, you can watch our thing still.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
It could go either way. But I mean, there was, you know, we had the big hit this year from Netflix was K-pop Demon Hunters, which was in the theater. It left the theater. It had such an overwhelming response. They brought it back. They did like a sing-along version. I mean, like it. Yeah. You know, so. Depending on how big the thing is, Netflix might do things like that too, where they're like, if there's a response.
I think an interesting thing to see going forward too is how will AI impact that industry? Because it's like, you know, as someone who uses AI a lot myself, it's like I can see how a lot of things are done in entertainment. You know, will it take jobs away? Will it make people more productive? It's an interesting thing to wonder. But I wonder, like the psychology of the voters for Oscars. I think that probably they're going to be likely to, I would say, vote against the higher profile things. Like, maybe vote for the Hamnets and just because I think that it just seems like there's so much concern about the mergers and So, well, who do you think is going to win Best Picture? Any predictions at this point?
So me, I almost always go at odds with like what I think the Oscar people are going to pick.
Yeah.
And I want it to be Sinners. Yeah.
Sinners should definitely win.
It should, but I think they're going to give it to one battle after another, especially if sometimes people use the Golden Globes or some of the other ones to help predict.
Right. But it's an easier story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sinners have to be explained and broken down.
Yeah.
It's just
yay,
bravery.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Leonardo DiCaprio is a dad and he's trying to save his daughter, and Sean Penn's a bad guy.
It's a nice, easy story to twist and throw up on the screen.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of swept at one of the other awards, so I hope that it's not a thing where it's like, oh, well, it did it here, so it's going to do it here, but sometimes, I mean, it's like a mixed bag.
The one prediction I'm going to make is Kate Hudson.
Do you think she's going to get
Best Supporting?
Best Supporting Actress?
She's a supporting, right? For some
she is.
I mean, it really is a lead role. I think in a way it is category fraud for her to run in supporting. But I think because of that, it was a canny move, and I think because of that, she's going to probably.
I'm with you. She's my personal pick, but unfortunately, I think the Academy is going to pick Tiana Taylor.
I really don't like category fraud, and I really feel like she did that, and I really feel like she's deserving of an Oscar. But but it's a tough call. Like if I were going to vote, I would have a problem voting with someone who was clearly a lead who ran in supporting just to
Right. It was kind of like, what are we doing?
But
here?
we'll see what happens. I have a feeling she's going to win, but we'll
check back in next month.
We'll find out on Sunday, March 15th, the Academy Awards. We're talking to Nibil Khan, who's our movie expert, and to JWatch. When we come back, we're going to meet Jai Cady, who's going to be performing with JWatch, Jermiko Thomas a little bit more. And also, I want to let you know that 95.5 FM The Heat and the Estate Planning Law Center are hosting a free event Tuesday, February 24th. That's tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. at their office at 555 French Road in New Hartford. You can plan your estate. For more information, go to workshops.eplawcenter.com. I'm Ron Kloffenstein. You're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. More after the break. This is Ron Kloffenstein, and you're in the hot seat on Media Monday. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. So the estate planning law center thing I was telling you about is not Tuesday, it's tomorrow. Like the commercial said, tomorrow, Wednesday, February 25th, from, what are the times again? 6 to 8. I'm gonna write this down on my script. It's not my I went to the website, I tried. So that is at 555 French Road. It is the Estate Planning Law Center. 6 to 8 is a special workshop for 95.5 FM The Heat. You can plan your estate. And what did they say? There's food and stuff too? It's like, there's some kind of stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So go to that on Wednesday. We're hanging out today with writer, artist, poet JWatch. He's producer of Women's Month Open Mic. Also that game show too, like a show on YouTube too. I was going to ask you about that, JWatch. And we're also joined by Jai Cady, who's one of the poets who'll be performing at Women's Month Open Mic event. And see, I'm all confused now because I got that estate thing wrong. So now knock me off my game. I'm gonna get every single thing wrong for the rest of the show.
You got it.
So Jay, you're a poet, right?
I am.
So tell me about your poetry.
So my poems, I started when I was a child, and I suffered from a lot of abuse and trauma as a child, and I brought that into my adult life. And I ended up getting into a long relationship that gave me severe depression because he was very controlling, very abusive. And I went to a doctor, and they put me on meds, and it made me have suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
So I ended up, a first attempt, ended up in a hospital. Went back to the same doctor, he asked me if I was still suicidal. I said no, but I'm still really depressed. He put me back on the same medication and increased the dose. So I ended up on a bridge, and I hung myself.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and
So you went to a bridge to kill yourself, and you actually did?
Yeah, I was hanging by a dog leash.
You put a dog leash around your neck?
Yes, and I was hanging there and I was staring up at the moon and I'm like, God or whoever's out there, if I'm meant to live, then somebody help me right now. Within seconds of me
When did
saying
this happen?
that, 2018.
Okay, so this would be about like
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after the guy tried to pull me up that saw me, and it would have took him over, and I told him I couldn't hold anymore. My arms are burning. So I pulled the dog leash from around my neck, and I dropped 27 feet, laying on my back.
So you were hanging off a bridge with a dog leash around your neck, and you, like, as soon as you did it, you realized you like regretted it.
Yeah.
And so were you able, like, how did you free yourself?
The guy had,
Somebody helped you?
Yeah, there was a guy that was coming after I asked God for help.
Yeah.
A guy was coming up over the bridge. And
Driving
he was
or walking?
He was walking, and it was one of them walking overpasses the bridge right in West Utica.
Yeah.
And he goes, the way he said it, like he knew me, he was like, oh my God, what did you do to yourself? Like, again, but I've never met this man in my life. And I've never found out any information on him to thank him, and nobody knows who he is.
How long? Wow, like an angel. I mean, like,
Yeah.
how long were you hanging, do you
For about
think?
4 minutes.
What
Yeah, I
went
kept
through
trying
your-
to pull myself. There was a bar, but I thought like if I changed my mind, I'd be able to pull myself back up, but I couldn't. I was dead weight. So
What went through your mind during that time?
I felt like the only way out of that relationship was if I was dead, because I tried everything else. And while I was going through it, it was like cars are driving by and like
You were standing there, you mean?
No,
Or you-
while I was
after you
hanging, yeah.
hung,
I'm like,
yeah.
help me. And I just asked God, please send somebody to help me. And my adrenaline was rushing and my arms were burning. And like the guy tried to pull me up and it would have took him over, you know, so.
Right.
Yeah, when I fell to the ground, that was it. I wasn't getting back up. And I went to the hospital. I was in there for 6 weeks,
How far did you fall?
27 feet.
Wow. And you survived that too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So after I started going through a healing journey, I got out of that relationship. The doctors told me I was never going to walk again without a medical device, without a
Because
cane or
of
walker.
being out of oxygen or the fall? Or?
The fall, yeah.
Yeah.
I had shattered my spine. They actually had to pull one of the discs out and put 2 metal rods and 6 screws in.
Wow.
So, and after like I went through this healing journey, I had a profound spiritual awakening. And like all of a sudden, like my creativity started flowing through me, and I started writing poems about spirituality and healing. And all I want to do is help other people see, like no matter how far down you are gone, you know what I mean? You can always pick yourself back up. And I'm trying to show people like healing is possible. I'm like guiding them towards it, but I'm not going to hold their hand. I'll give them the tools, but I'm not going to hold their hand.
How do you express that in your poetry?
I have some of my poems actually.
Would you like to read some to us?
Yeah, I can actually read. I wrote one about the architecture of the fall.
Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
You going to put ominous music on too?
Well, I think that you set such a powerful tone. I'm just so I'm so impressed by your story. You know.
Okay. The architecture of the fall. There was a time when the air felt like iron, and my lungs were only acquainted with the gray smoke of escape. I was bound twice over, once by the chemical hum in my veins, and once by a love that mistook bruising for belonging. Depression wasn't a shadow, it was the entire room. I decided to stop negotiating with the pain. I chose the 27-foot descent, a desperate prayer to the concrete, to take what I no longer wanted. The impact was not an end, but a dismantling. When my spine shattered, the silence was followed by louder than the crash. The doctor spoke in cold certainties, calculations, limitations, permanent scaffolding. They saw a broken machine, but in that stillness, I began to see a spirit that had survived the wreck. The healing was not a straight line, it was a crawl through the dirt. I had to learn the language of my own nerves again, to forgive the body that I tried to discard, and to scrub the toxins from my spirit until the soul shone through the cracks. It was a labor of breath and bone. Then came the awakening, the realization that I didn't fall to die. I fell until there was nothing left to break but my own illusions. The light didn't just return, it was forged in the friction of my recovery. Now, I walk on the very legs they said would fail me. I carry books instead of burdens. My hands, once trembling, now trace the rhythm of poems and the vibrant pulse of paint on canvas. I am no longer a victim of gravity. I am a bridge. I have returned from the edge to stand in the gap for those still lost in the gray. My mission is written in the marrow of my mended spine, to show you that your wreckage is not your conclusion, and that the strength you seek is already breathing inside you, waiting for you to choose the climb.
Wow, I'm like blown away by this, you know? And I really like the contrast between being a victim of gravity to now being a bridge.
Yeah.
How are you a bridge?
So I've turned my life around a lot. I've given back. Like I was volunteering at the Clinton Cat Rescue for a while, and I ended up going back to school, and I ended up getting my CERCLA. So I did my internship at ACR Health, and a position opened up, and they gave it to me. So now I'm helping homeless addicts.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah. So.
Now, a person who harms himself because of a mental illness or for whatever reason should never feel bad about that. But I have to ask you, like, having done that, it could be natural to feel maybe a sense of guilt or like, why did I do that? Did you ever feel something like that?
In the beginning.
And how did you get over that? Like, how did you, like, help yourself accept that it was an illness that drives you to do those kinds of things?
In the beginning it did, yeah, but after I did a lot of meditations, I got into like Qigong energy work, I started doing yoga, I started doing all these things. I also paint, I do my poetry, so these are outlets for healing.
Yeah.
And they've actually helped me realize that I transmuted my pain into my beautiful purpose.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now, if someone is listening to this or hearing your story and is thinking about harming themselves, and I think at times, like, everybody goes through those darkness moments, and at times, like, we all feel trapped at times, and at times people feel like the world would be better off without us. It's a natural thing to feel. What would you say to somebody who's, like, in that moment, who's either approaching the bridge or tying something around their neck or about to jump? What would you say to them right then?
My favorite motto is everything in life is only temporary. That whatever you're going through, you can get through it. You have to reach out and ask for help. It's so important because I did not do that, and now I'm here to help other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show them that
now
healing
you're
is
that bridge.
possible. Yes.
You're that bridge
I
now.
am that bridge. I want to help people so they don't do what I did, because I'm very fortunate to be here, and I'm grateful.
We're glad you're
day,
here.
yes.
Yeah.
And every day that I could put my 2 feet on the floor and walk, I am super grateful. So I will do whatever I can to make sure that somebody else is not going to take that jump or the pills or whatever it is they want to.
And I'll bet they're working with JWatch in this story. Like, I mean, in this production you're going to do for Women's Month, it really kind of like goes with that theme, right, Jay?
Yeah, the theme is called Leading the Change.
Yeah.
You know, not the charge, because that's aggression. You know, and we're not in that fighting mode right now.
Yeah.
We've been fighting for years. You know.
Yeah.
Now it's time to lead and lead the change that people want so badly.
Right. Yeah.
So let's do it.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, sit back, shut up.
Yeah.
To go on the program, and then you'll see things change on your behalf and others. You know, we can't change the world. But we can change our little world.
Right.
You know, like you get in where you fit in and just do that. People like to take the more glamorous roles that other people may have.
Right.
But you don't know what it costs for them to get there.
Yeah.
And to walk in those shoes. So you didn't earn those stripes. You can't handle that.
Right.
But they think they can. And when they get into it, they become the burden.
Right.
You know, they ain't your calling.
Right. So, Jay, let me ask you, how did your experience change your approach to relationships? Probably after that bad toxic relationship, probably changed how you look at not just at yourself, but at others as well, I would think.
Well, yeah, first of all, I've learned how to set boundaries and stick to them.
Which is hard to do.
Yeah, it is. It's very
hard. For everyone, especially someone who's come from a traumatic background. It's almost like if you were traumatized in your past, you grew up without them, so you don't know how to even make them. And like you see other people with boundaries, but you don't, like, it takes a while to figure it out, you know?
Yeah, you also lose your self-worth, your self-respect, your self-love. And once you start going through the healing process, you actually gain all of those back slowly but surely. It's a process, and it does not happen overnight.
How do you deal with, like, setbacks or, like, threats to your, like, you know, now you seem to be someone that's, like, strong mental health and stuff. You have great perspective and stuff. But everybody has, like, really bad days and bad times and has, like, setbacks and stuff. How do you deal with that so that you know that you would never go back to that state that you were in?
I journal, I paint. My paintings, I actually put my poetry on the back of them and I sell them. So actually, if anybody does buy a painting, I will be donating 15% of the proceeds to Purrs and Whiskers.
How can they buy one?
On Facebook under Jai Cady, that's Jaicady.
I'll put links to that stuff for you and stuff.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have two. I have a whole wall of Jai Cady in my room dedicated to her stuff.
I really want to come and watch you perform too. I'd like to do a story in your performance. It's really an amazing story, and I just want to, you know, like everyone who comes on the show, I say this, but like especially for people like you, I'm so grateful that like you have the courage to tell your story, and I think of all the people that I know who need to hear your story, and it's like, especially nowadays when things are getting harder and harder and harder on people, I think more people are going to be, just because of circumstances, like prone to desperation. And I think it's just so amazing that like to talk about like what you were thinking in those moments beforehand, how you came back. It's just an amazing story, you know?
Yeah, my whole mindset changed completely.
Right. Were you creative before this?
I was, but when you're under distress and trauma like that, it all tends to just go away. But once I started healing, everything just started flowing through me. Like I was spitting out poems all the time and paintings and just, I'm a nature person, so I love going out to nature and getting grounded out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So JWatch, tell me about the Women's Month open mic. Before we go, when and where, and how can people get more information?
Oh yeah, no, it's March 1st, Sunday, 7 to 10. Doors open at 7. It's a fundraiser for the Moral Center.
Yeah, really good cause.
So Cornerstone Community Church.
Yeah.
I like to, I've been bringing the entertainment to those who can't get entertainment.
Right. To the homeless. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see these. I went to one and covered it to see these events. You know, I'd like to come to tape you, I'd like to talk to you again. Maybe do a story on your history.
Awesome.
That's really just powerful, and just I can't thank you enough for what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Not just for the show, but because what you're doing, the message you're getting out there to my audience is like something that is so beneficial and so needed. So.
Yeah.
So thank you both for this show. We've been hanging out today with writer, artist, poet JWatch, producer of Women's. I always say it's wrong. Women's Open, like, because I got the estate law planning thing wrong, so my head is shot. So Jai Cady, one of the poets, will be performing Women's Month open mic. One more time, I'm going to say this right. 95.5 FM The Heat and the Estate Planning Law Center are hosting a free event Wednesday, February 25th from 6 to 8 at their offices at 555 French Road in New Hartford. For more information, go to workshops.eplawcenter.com. And thank you everyone for listening, tuning in tonight on 95. Did I say that right? It was Wednesday, 25th?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right at last, before the show's done.
Hold on, Ron.
What?
And shout out to Brendan Brown and Saucy City Late Night Comedy Game Show that I'm on with comedians from around the world. And we tune in. I will follow my page, and all the links are on there. It's a good time, man. Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sundays are the PG.
I gotta watch your
and
show. Yeah,
Wednesday and Friday is the rated R.
the Wednesday Friday
Newbies,
shows sound pretty
Yeah.
good.
So, Ron, if you want to come on
I
Wednesday.
do. Oh my gosh, I do.
Wednesday, right?
Well, maybe. Well, Friday probably better for me though.
Well, yeah, you want to watch it.
Oh, I'll watch it. Yes, that's right. Jermiko, one more, before we go, we're out of time, but you are a bestseller now. So I want to get a shout out to you. So Adventures of Walter is now best-selling books, right?
Yeah.
And you got the fitness book, and you got the sign language book.
Boom.
And you're at Barnes & Noble, and you're at Amazon, and books signings. You got your own publishing house. Oh my gosh. We are just amazing people here with our poems and our books and stuff. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Our sound engineer is Jonathan Brooks, DJ J Easy. He's up next with the Easy Ride Home. I cut into his time here, so I feel a little bit bad, but did the best I could. Jim Hale records the show for YouTube and podcast. He's our AI content producer. Stefan Rubitsky, Nibil Khan, Lily Christopher, and Nick Phillips are associate producers. And I'm your